The tragedy of life is not death. It's what we let die inside of us while we live. For over 7 decades, I've climbed the eternal mountains of human potential, speaking to millions through the airwaves, carving paths of clarity, forging summits of purpose, illuminating peaks of destiny, and unlocking the mountaineer within every soul. Today, I stand before you, entrepreneurs, professionals, creators, students, who feel the weight of unfulfilled dreams, the ache of potential left dormant, the sting of days that blur into years without progress. You, my friends, are not here by chance. You're here because a radiant fire burns within you, a vision, a longing, a dream that refuses to fade, a path that yearns to be climbed. Yet, a sobering truth looms. 95% of people will never achieve their dreams. Why? Not because of fate, not because of circumstance, but because of the thoughts they choose to think. Welcome to Why 95% of People Never Achieve Their Dreams, an odyssey to uncover why most wander in the valleys of mediocrity, and how you, my friend, can join the 5% who climb their destiny with deliberate, purposeful thought, crafting an eternal mountain of triumph that resonates through eternity. Let me share 14 moments that shaped my ascent. In the 1920s, as a child in Los Angeles, my mother's resilience inspired my voice. In the 1930s, watching a street performer in Long Beach captivate a crowd, I saw the power of purpose sparking my radio career. In the 1940s, a wartime radio listener wrote, "Earl, your broadcast gave me hope. I rebuilt my life." In the 1950s, mentoring a young broadcaster, I saw his dreams soar. In the 1960s, at a Chicago workshop, a baker wrote, "Earl, your words taught me to think with purpose. I launched my shop." In the 1970s, a sailor wrote, "Earl, your advice steadied my course." In the 1980s, an architect at a seminar wrote, "Earl, your voice built my vision. I designed my city." In the 1990s, a correspondence from a farmer read, "Earl, your words saved my land." In the 2000s, a programmer wrote, "Earl, your advice coded my future." In the 2020s, a coach at a virtual webinar wrote, "Earl, I was lost until I heard you. My clients thrive." In the 1960s, a nurse wrote, "Earl, your words fueled my care." In the 1970s, a tailor wrote, "Earl, your advice stitched my dreams." In the 1980s, a poet wrote, "Earl, your voice rhymed my purpose." In the 2020s, an entrepreneur wrote, "Earl, my thoughts built my empire." These moments, 1920s mother, 1930s performer, 1940s listener, 1950s mentee, 1960s baker, nurse, 1970s sailor, tailor, poet, 1980s architect, poet, 1990s farmer, 2000s programmer, 2020s coach, entrepreneur, are proof of a timeless law. We become what we think about most of the time. The 95% let their dreams die by thinking of fear, doubt, and comfort. The 5% think of possibility, purpose, and action, their thoughts paths on the mountain of their destiny. Pause now, my friends, in this sacred moment, and feel the infinite potential of your mountainous soul. Ask, am I wandering in the valleys, or climbing my peaks? Right. Today, I choose to think of specific dream, create a destiny path, spend 20 minutes writing, "My path is dream," and it climbs with thought. For 7 days, add one step nightly, affirming, "My path rises radiant." Craft a clarity summit. Right? My summit is goal, and it shines with action. For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, "My summit glows eternal." Build a purpose peak. Right? My peak is dream, and it radiates action. For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, My peak shines infinite. Forge an infinity trail. Write, my trail is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, my trail is eternal. Craft a radiant ridge. Write, my ridge is dream, and it blazes action. For 7 days, affirm its fire, and note, my ridge burns forever. The truth I share is this. Your thoughts are the paths of your radiant eternity. Your mind the mountaineer of your infinite destiny. You don't need more time. You need more clarity in the time you possess. Reflect on this, my friends, and share your path in the comments. What dream will you climb tonight? A Celtic proverb says, the mind carves the paths of fate. An Aboriginal teaching declares, a single thought can climb the mountain of destiny. A Middle Eastern saying teaches, the heart's vision scales the peaks of eternity. These wisdoms echo my challenge. Stand with me now. Feel the fire within. Commit to thoughts that climb mountains, a soul that forges summits, a life that weaves peaks of eternity. Your thoughts are not mere steps. They're radiant paths, shaping empires, illuminating trails, forging destinies. Let us climb together, my friends, and let your mind be the mountaineer of your greatest mountain, your heart the canvas of your eternal purpose, your actions the forge of your radiant destiny. Before we ascend further, let's awaken the mountaineer within you, where your thoughts become paths, your goals become summits, your actions become peaks. Your ability to think with purpose is not a fleeting gift. It's a radiant mountaineer, crafting the mountains of your soul, ready to climb your triumph, to illuminate your eternity, to forge your destiny. In my radio days, I saw listeners awaken this mountaineer, their letters a symphony of transformation, their lives shifting from wandering to climbing. I challenge you to unleash your mountaineer. Write, my mind climbs dream with thought. For 7 days, visualize your dream as a mountain, its paths vibrant, and journal, my mountain grows eternal. After 14 days, act to spark another's clarity, and note, my climb uplifts humanity. Share this awakening in the comments. What path will you climb tonight? Your destiny is a radiant path, my friends, a luminous trail on the mountain of your soul. Each thought a step, each choice a stride, climbing through canyons of courage, fields of possibility, peaks of eternity. Your ability to think deliberately forms this path, each reflection deepening its course, each action strengthening its ascent. In the 1960s, a listener wrote, your voice carved my path. I found my purpose. Her clarity was her step, her destiny, her summit. I challenge you to carve your path. Write, my destiny is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, visualize your dream as a path, and journal, my path shines eternal. After 14 days, inspire another's purpose, and note, my destiny uplifts eternity. Share this creation in the comments. What path will you carve tonight? Your potential is an infinite peak, my friends, a radiant summit on the mountain of your soul. Each thought a foothold, each dream a crest, rising through storms of doubt, skies of hope, horizons of eternity. Your ability to think with purpose fuels this peak, each vision amplifying its height, each step expanding its reach. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, your voice lifted my peak. I achieved my dream. His clarity was his step, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to climb your peak. Write, my potential is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, visualize your dream as a peak, and journal, my peak glows eternal. After 14 days, note, my potential is my triumph. Share this peak in the comments. What potential will you climb today? Your purpose is an eternal climb, my friends, a radiant ascent on the mountain of your soul. Each thought a path, each action a summit, forging through valleys of fear, ridges of courage, peaks of eternity. Your ability to think deliberately drives this climb, each reflection strengthening its course, each choice elevating its height. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice fueled my climb. I built my life." Her clarity was her step, her destiny, her peak. I challenge you to embrace your climb. Right? My purpose is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your purpose and journal. My climb shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my climb is my destiny. Share this climb in the comments. What purpose will you climb today? Picture a vast mountainous range, my friends, its peaks towering, its valleys deep. Most people, 95%, wander in the valleys, carried by paths of habit, conformity, and distraction. They drift with the crowd, their dreams fading like shadows in the mist. But 5%, the rare few, climb their peaks. They carve sturdy paths, chart radiant maps, and ascend towards summits of their choosing. This is the 95% versus 5% principle, and it's not about luck, wealth, or privilege. It's about thought and action. The 95% live reactively, their minds wandering with vague worries or fleeting pleasures. They dream of success but never define it. They hope for change but never plan it. They see obstacles and retreat, believing the world owes them nothing. The 5%, however, think deliberately. They know success is not a gift bestowed. It's a mountain climbed, path by path, action by action. In the 1960s, a baker wrote, "Earl, I was wandering until I set a goal. I own my shop." In the 1980s, an architect wrote, "Earl, your words taught me to climb. I designed my city." In the 2000s, a programmer wrote, "Earl, I stopped drifting. I coded my future." In the 2020s, a coach wrote, "Earl, I charted my summit. My clients thrive." Psychology confirms this. Goal-directed thinking increases achievement by 30%. Self-efficacy boosts persistence by 25%. Self-determination theory enhances motivation by 35%. Cognitive dissonance drives change by 20%. Attribution theory shapes outcomes by 28%. And flow state improves performance by 40%. The 5% overcome negativity bias with focus. I challenge you to create a focus path. Spend 20 minutes writing, "My path is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm, "My thoughts steer my course." Craft a triumph summit. Write, "My summit is goal, and it shines action." For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, "My summit glows eternal." Build a clarity trail. Write, "My trail is dream, and it ascends action." For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, "My trail shines infinite." Forge a purpose ridge. Write, "My ridge is dream, and it blazes action." For 7 days, affirm its fire, and note, "My ridge burns forever." Share your path in the comments. What summit will you climb today? The 95% wander, my friends, not because they lack potential, but because they surrender their minds to the valleys of conformity. They let others' opinions dim their paths. Their fears cloud their summits. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, "Your voice pulled me from the valley. I built my life." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her peak. I challenge you to escape the valley. Right? "My wandering is habit, and I replace it with action." For 7 days, pause before conformity, and journal, "My course shines eternal." After 14 days, note, "My escape is my triumph." Share this escape in the comments. What valley will you leave today? The 5% climb, my friends, carving peaks where others see only valleys. They choose thoughts that align with their purpose, actions that build their destiny. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice taught me to climb. I launched my career. His clarity was his path, his triumph his summit. I challenge you to climb your peak. Right? My climb is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, visualize your dream as a peak, and journal. My climb glows eternal. After 14 days, note, my climb is my destiny. Share this climb in the comments. What peak will you conquer today? The 5% navigate with a map of determination. My friends, a radiant guide where each thought is a path, each goal a summit, steering their destiny with precision. Determination is not a gift. It's a choice, honed through focus. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice gave me determination. I achieved my dream." Her clarity was her step, her destiny, her peak. I challenge you to wield this map. Right? My determination is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your resolve, and journal. My map shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my determination is my triumph. Share this map in the comments. What determination will you wield today? The 5% climb with a beacon of focus. My friends, a radiant light where each thought is a path, each action a summit, illuminating their destiny with clarity. Focus is not a talent. It's a practice, forged through discipline. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lit my beacon. I built my future." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to light your beacon. Right? My focus is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm your focus, and journal. My beacon shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my focus is my destiny. Share this beacon in the comments. What focus will you ignite today? Why do 95% never reach their dreams, my friends? The answer lies not in the stars, but in their minds. Let's uncover the shadows that dim their paths. First, fear of failure and criticism paralyzes them. They dread mistakes, imagining judgment. In the 1970s, a painter wrote, "Earl, I hid my art, fearing rejection. I now sell worldwide." Second, a lack of clear goals leaves them wandering. Without a summit to guide them, they drift. Only 3% set specific goals, yet they achieve 10 times more, studies show. Third, poor mental habits. Negative, vague thoughts poison their minds. They dwell on "I can't." Fourth, they choose comfort over challenge. The routine, the screen, these are avalanches burying their potential. In the 2020s, a student wrote, "Earl, I binge shows instead of studying. I earn my degree." Fifth, conformity binds them, mimicking the crowd's dim paths. Sixth, they misunderstand the subconscious, unaware that thoughts shape reality. Seventh, procrastination delays their dreams. In the 1970s, a tailor wrote, "Earl, I delayed my shop. Your words pushed me to act." Eighth, a lack of resilience falters their spirit. In the 1980s, a poet wrote, "Earl, I gave up until your advice. I now publish." Ninth, seeking external validation traps them. In the 2000s, an artist wrote, "Earl, I sought praise. Your words taught me to trust my craft." 10th, lack of self-awareness blinds them. In the 2020s, an entrepreneur wrote, "Earl, I didn't know my strengths. Your advice built my empire." 11th, distraction overload scatters their focus. 12th, fear of success keeps them small. 13th, the comparison trap dims their paths. 14th, lack of accountability evades their responsibility. In the 1990s, a farmer wrote, "Earl, I blamed others. Your words taught me to own my path. 15th, perfectionism stalls their progress. In the 2000s, an artist wrote, Earl, I waited for perfection. Your advice freed me. 16th, a scarcity mindset limits their vision. 17th, fear of vulnerability hides their truth. 18th, overthinking paralyzes their steps. These are choices, my friends. The 95% choose fear over courage, vagueness over clarity, comfort over growth. I challenge you to create a courage path. Right? My fear is obstacle, and I overcome it with action. For 7 days, affirm, my thoughts shape my destiny. Craft a resilient summit. Right? My summit is challenge, and it shines action. For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, my summit glows eternal. Build a focus peak. Right? My peak is goal, and it radiates action. For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, my peak shines infinite. Forge a purpose trail. Right? My trail is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, my trail is eternal. Craft a clarity ridge. Right? My ridge is dream, and it blazes action. For 7 days, affirm its fire, and note, my ridge burns forever. Share your path in the comments. What shadow will you conquer today? Lack of accountability casts a weight, my friends, dimming the paths of your potential. Each excuse a stone, each blame a burden. It's not fate, it's a choice to evade. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, your voice lifted my weight. I own my path. Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to lift this weight. Right? My accountability is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, own one choice daily, and journal, my accountability shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my accountability is my triumph. Share this lift in the comments. What weight will you lift today? Perfectionism sets a trap, my friends, stalling the paths of your progress. Each demand a chain, each delay a cage. It's not excellence, it's fear of flaws. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, your voice freed me from perfection. I built my dream. His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to break this trap. Right? My progress is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, act despite flaws, and journal, my progress shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my progress is my destiny. Share this freedom in the comments. What trap will you break today? A scarcity mindset casts a shadow, my friends, dimming the paths of your abundance. Each doubt a veil, each limit a wall. It's not reality, it's a choice to see lack. In the 2020s, a listener wrote, your voice cleared my shadow. I found my wealth. Her clarity was her step, her destiny her peak. I challenge you to clear this shadow. Right? My abundance is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your wealth, and journal, my abundance shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my abundance is my triumph. Share this clarity in the comments. What shadow will you clear today? Fear of vulnerability hides the soul, my friends, dimming the paths of your truth. Each guard a shield, each silence a wall. It's not weakness, it's a fear of being seen. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, your voice opened my truth. I shared my dream. His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to embrace your truth. Right? My truth is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, share one truth daily, and journal, my truth shines eternal. After 14 days, note, My truth is my destiny. Share this truth in the comments. What fear will you expose today? Overthinking paralyzes the steps, my friends, dimming the paths of your action. Each thought a knot, each worry a chain. It's not caution, it's a trap of the mind. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, "Your voice freed my mind. I acted on my dream." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her peak. I challenge you to break this paralysis. Right? My action is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, act before overthinking, and journal. My action shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my action is my triumph. Share this action in the comments. What paralysis will you break today? This, my friends, is the golden law. You become what you think about most of the time. Your mind is an eternal mountain. Your thoughts the paths that shape your destiny. Carve chaos, and you'll reap struggle. Carve dreams, and you'll forge triumph. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the science of the subconscious, weaving thoughts into beliefs, beliefs into actions, actions into eternity. Consider Walt Disney, who thought of a magical kingdom. His vision built Disneyland. Oprah Winfrey thought of uplifting stories. Her focus created an empire. Elon Musk thought of Mars. His thoughts drive SpaceX. Rosa Parks thought of justice. Her courage sparked a movement. Leonardo da Vinci thought of invention. His sketches shaped the future. Billie Jean King thought of equality. Her tennis broke barriers. Gabriel Garcia Marquez thought of magic. His stories enchanted the world. Jane Goodall thought of harmony. Her work saved species. In the 1960s, a nurse wrote, "Earl, I thought of care daily. My patients thrive." In the 1980s, an engineer wrote, "Earl, my thoughts built my bridge." In the 2000s, a writer wrote, "Earl, my focus wrote my novel." In the 2020s, a scientist wrote, "Earl, my thoughts discovered my cure." Contrast this with a wanderer, thinking of problems or nothing. Their life mirrors their thoughts, dim, aimless. Visualization boosts success by 35%, studies show. I challenge you to create a vision path. Spend 15 minutes writing, "My dream is goal," and I think of action. Visualize it. Affirm, "My thoughts are my power." For 7 days, repeat, and journal. My vision grows eternal. Craft a belief summit. Right? My summit is belief, and it shines action. For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, my summit glows eternal. Build a destiny peak. Right? My peak is dream, and it radiates action. For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, my peak shines infinite. Forge a purpose trail. Right? My trail is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, my trail is eternal. Share your path in the comments. What dream will you carve today? Your mind is a radiant path, my friends, where each thought is a step, each focus a trail, shaping your reality with mountainous force. Every deliberate thought strengthens this path. Each reflection deepens its course. Each action enhances its ascent. In the 1960s, a listener wrote, "Your voice carved my mind. I found my purpose." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to carve your path. Right? My mind is dream, and it climbs thought. For 7 days, visualize your dream as a path, and journal, my path glows eternal. After 14 days, note, my mind is my triumph. Share this path in the comments. What mind will you carve today? Your vision is a radiant summit, my friends, where each thought is a foothold, each dream a crest, rising through the mountain of your soul. Every purposeful vision strengthens this summit. Each affirmation amplifies its height. Each step expands its reach. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lifted my vision. I achieved my dream." His clarity was his step, his destiny, his summit. I challenge you to lift your summit. Write, "My vision is dream, and it ascends action." For 7 days, affirm your vision, and journal, "My summit shines eternal." After 14 days, note, "My vision is my destiny." Share this summit in the comments. What vision will you lift today? Your beliefs are a radiant peak, my friends, where each thought is a path, each conviction a summit, shaping your eternity with cosmic force. Every purposeful belief strengthens this peak. Each reflection deepens its height. Each action enhances its majesty. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice shaped my beliefs. I built my life." Her clarity was her path, her destiny, her peak. I challenge you to shape your peak. Write, "My belief is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm your belief, and journal, "My peak shines eternal." After 14 days, note, "My belief is my triumph." Share this peak in the comments. What belief will you shape today? Your focus is a radiant trail, my friends, where each thought is a step, each goal a path, forging your destiny with precision. Every deliberate focus strengthens this trail. Each reflection deepens its course. Each action enhances its ascent. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice sharpened my focus. I achieved my goal." His clarity was his step, his destiny, his summit. I challenge you to forge your trail. Write, "My focus is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm your focus, and journal, "My trail shines eternal." After 14 days, note, "My focus is my destiny." Share this trail in the comments. What focus will you forge today? Purpose, my friends, is the compass of the 5%, a radiant path guiding you through the mountain of possibility. It's not a vague wish. It's a burning clarity about what you want and why. Without purpose, you're a wanderer in the valley. With purpose, every step has meaning. Every challenge has a lesson. Every day builds your summit. In the 1970s, a chef wrote, "Earl, I define my purpose to feed souls. I work nights, created, and now I inspire." In the 1980s, a teacher wrote, "Earl, my purpose to uplift minds, built my school." In the 2000s, a musician wrote, "Earl, my purpose to heal hearts, crafted my songs." In the 2020s, a parent wrote, "Earl, my purpose to guide my children, shaped my life." Purpose isn't found, it's chosen. Ask, "What do I truly want?" Write it. Make it vivid. Let it blaze in your soul. Purpose-driven people are 40% more likely to achieve goals. Studies show. I challenge you to create a purpose path. Spend 20 minutes writing, "My purpose is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm, "My purpose is my strength." Craft a clarity summit. Write, "My summit is goal, and it shines action." For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, "My summit glows eternal." Build an action peak. Write, "My peak is dream, and it radiates action." For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, "My peak shines infinite." Forge a destiny trail. Write, "My trail is dream, and it ascends action." For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, "My trail is eternal." Share your path in the comments. What purpose will you choose today? Purpose begins with a flame of determination, my friends, a radiant light that burns away doubt. Each question a spark, each answer ablaze. This flame is not given. It's ignited by your choice to define your dream. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lit my flame. I found my path. Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to ignite your flame." Right? My determination is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your resolve, and journal. My flame shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my determination is my triumph. Share this flame in the comments. What determination will you ignite today? Purpose thrives in the ascent of commitment, my friends. A radiant climb where each step is a path, each effort a summit, circling your dream with mountainous force. Commitment turns clarity into reality, purpose into destiny. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice fueled my ascent. I built my dream." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to climb this ascent. Right? My commitment is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, take one step daily, and journal. My ascent shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my commitment is my destiny. Share this ascent in the comments. What commitment will you make today? Purpose reaches the ridge of action, my friends. A radiant vista where each thought is a path, each deed a summit, building your destiny with cosmic power. Action is the bridge from dream to reality, purpose to eternity. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice pushed me to the ridge. I achieved my goal." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to reach this ridge, right? My action is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, act boldly, and journal. My ridge shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my action is my triumph. Share this ridge in the comments. What action will you take today? Purpose culminates in the summit of clarity, my friends. A radiant peak where each thought is a path, each vision a crest, illuminating your destiny with precision. Clarity is not a gift. It's a choice, forged through focus. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lit my summit. I built my future." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to climb this summit, right? My clarity is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your clarity, and journal. My summit shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my clarity is my destiny. Share this summit in the comments. What clarity will you climb today? The 5% don't rely on fleeting inspiration, my friends. They build habits that sculpt their minds, paths that form mountains of greatness. First, they practice visualization, seeing goals as real. In the 2000s, an athlete wrote, "Earl, I visualized winning nightly. I took gold." Second, they use affirmations, speaking truths like, "I am capable." Third, they commit to lifelong learning, reading wisdom daily. Fourth, they review goals daily, keeping purpose sharp. Fifth, they guard their minds, rejecting negativity. Sixth, they practice gratitude, anchoring their hearts. In the 1990s, a writer wrote, "Earl, gratitude transformed my nights. My book soared." Seventh, they journal reflectively, capturing insights. In the 2020s, a student wrote, "Earl, journaling clarified my vision." Eighth, they practice mindfulness meditation, centering focus. Ninth, they use time blocking, structuring days. 10th, they contribute to community, amplifying impact. 11th, they practice positive self-talk, reinforcing belief. In the 1970s, an athlete wrote, "Earl, self-talk fueled my victories." 12th, they visualize goals nightly, embedding dreams. 13th, they exercise physically, strengthening resolve. In the 1990s, a lawyer wrote, Earl, exercise, sharpen my mind. 14th, they seek mentorship, gaining wisdom. In the 2000s, an entrepreneur wrote, Earl, my mentor guided my empire. Habits increase productivity by 25%, studies show. In my radio days, I ended broadcasts with a goal review, asking, am I closer to my purpose? That habit reached millions. I challenge you to create a habit path. Spend 15 minutes writing, my habit is action, and it builds dream. For 7 days, practice one habit, visualization, self-talk, or exercise, and journal. My habits shape my future. Craft a focus summit. Write, my summit is habit, and it shines action. For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, my summit glows eternal. Build a growth peak. Write, my peak is habit, and it radiates action. For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, my peak shines infinite. Forge a purpose trail. Write, my trail is habit, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, my trail is eternal. Share your path in the comments. What habit will you build today? The 5% thrive on the discipline of affirmation. My friends, a radiant habit where each word is a path, each truth is summit, shaping their destiny with clarity. Affirmation is not a wish. It's a practice, forged through belief. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, your voice taught me affirmation. I built my life. Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to practice affirmation. Write, my affirmation is habit, and it climbs action. For 7 days, speak one truth daily, and journal. My affirmation shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my affirmation is my triumph. Share this discipline in the comments. What affirmation will you practice today? The 5% master the practice of vision. My friends, a radiant habit where each thought is a path, each dream a summit, building their destiny with precision. Vision is not a dream. It's a choice, honed through focus. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, your voice sharpened my vision. I achieved my dream. His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to practice vision. Write, my vision is habit, and it climbs action. For 7 days, visualize one goal nightly, and journal, my vision shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my vision is my destiny. Share this practice in the comments. What vision will you practice today? The 5% harness the strength of movement. My friends, a radiant habit where each step is a path, each exercise a summit, forging their destiny with resolve. Movement is not effort, it's power, amplifying your purpose. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, your voice fueled my movement. I built my future. Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to harness movement. Write, my movement is habit, and it climbs action. For 7 days, exercise daily, and journal. My movement shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my movement is my triumph. Share this strength in the comments. What movement will you harness today? The 5% seek the wisdom of guidance. My friends, a radiant habit where each mentor is a path, each lesson a summit, shaping their destiny with insight. Guidance is not dependency, it's growth, expanding your vision. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, your voice led me to guidance. I transformed my life. His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to seek guidance. Write, my guidance is habit, and it climbs action. For 7 days, learn from one mentor, and journal. My guidance shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my guidance is my destiny. Share this wisdom in the comments. What guidance will you seek today? Let's climb through the mountain of history, my friends, and meet those who join the 5% by thinking differently. Thomas Edison thought of light. His 10,000 failures forged the light bulb. J.K. Rowling thought of Hogwarts. Her belief wrote a saga. Nelson Mandela thought of freedom. His focus rebuilt a nation. Frederick Douglass thought of liberty. His words sparked emancipation. Marie Curie thought of discovery. Her experiments unveiled radium. Alan Turing thought of solutions. His mind shaped computing. Toni Morrison thought of stories. Her novels redefined literature. Harriet Tubman thought of freedom. Her courage guided hundreds. Rachel Carson thought of nature. Her words saved ecosystems. In the 1960s, a carpenter wrote, "Earl, I thought of my craft daily. I built homes." In the 1980s, a scientist wrote, "Earl, my thoughts discovered my cure." In the 2000s, an educator wrote, "Earl, my focus uplifted my students." In the 2020s, a designer wrote, "Earl, my vision crafted my brand." These achievers didn't wander. They thought with purpose, acted with courage, persisted through storms. I challenge you to create a belief canvas. Write, "My belief is dream, and it drives action." For 7 days, affirm, "My thoughts are my triumph." Share your canvas in the comments. What belief will you hold today? These achievers were trailblazers of vision, my friends, their thoughts paths that pierce the darkness. Each challenge a storm, each triumph a summit. They didn't accept limits, they carved their own peaks. In the 1960s, a listener wrote, "Your voice taught me to blaze trails. I built my dream." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to blaze your trail. Write, "My vision is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm your courage, and journal, "My vision glows eternal." After 14 days, note, "My vision is my triumph." Share this trail in the comments. What vision will you blaze today? These achievers were architects of eternity, my friends, their thoughts paths that formed mountains, each action a blueprint, each dream a monument. They didn't wander, they forged infinity. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice made me an architect. I shaped my life." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to architect your eternity. Write, "My eternity is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm your impact, and journal, "My eternity shines eternal." After 14 days, note, "My eternity is my destiny." Share this eternity in the comments. What eternity will you architect today? These achievers were warriors of courage, my friends, their thoughts paths that surge through storms, each effort a summit, each triumph a peak. They didn't retreat, they climbed forward. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice fueled my courage. I achieved my goal." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to warrior your courage. Write, "My courage is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm your resolve, and journal, "My courage shines eternal." After 14 days, note, "My courage is my triumph." Share this courage in the comments. What courage will you warrior today? These achievers were pioneers of legacy, my friends, their thoughts paths that carved eternity, each deed a summit, each dream a peak. They didn't drift, they built forever. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice made me a pioneer. I transformed my community." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to pioneer your legacy. Write, "My legacy is dream, and it climbs action." For 7 days, affirm your impact, and journal. My legacy shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my legacy is my destiny. Share this legacy in the comments. What legacy will you pioneer today? Setbacks, my friends, are not the end. They're the forge of greatness, the storms that reveal your paths. The 5% see failure as feedback, not finality. When Walt Disney's first studio failed, he learned and built an empire. When Oprah Winfrey faced rejection, she grew, becoming a global voice. In the 1970s, a musician wrote, "Earl, my band failed, but your words taught me to learn. My songs now soar." In the 1980s, a parent wrote, "Earl, my plans faltered, but your advice made me persist. My family thrives." In the 2000s, a chef wrote, "Earl, my restaurant struggled, but I reframed it. Now it's renowned." In the 2020s, a writer wrote, "Earl, my book was rejected, but your words taught me to grow. Now it's published." Resilient thinkers are 30% more likely to succeed, studies show. The 95% see setbacks as defeat. The 5% see them as paths to summits. I challenge you to create a resilience path. Right? My setback is challenge, and it teaches lesson. For 7 days, affirm, my failures are my teachers. Craft a lesson summit. Right? My summit is lesson, and it shines action. For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, my summit glows eternal. Build a growth peak. Right? My peak is growth, and it radiates action. For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, my peak shines infinite. Forge a purpose trail. Right? My trail is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, my trail is eternal. Share your path in the comments. What setback will you reframe today? Adversity is a crucible, my friends, a radiant fire that shapes your paths. Each setback a spark, each lesson a summit. It's not defeat, it's creation, molding your destiny. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lit my crucible. I built my dream." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to embrace this crucible. Right? My adversity is challenge, and it shapes action. For 7 days, affirm your lessons, and journal. My crucible shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my adversity is my triumph. Share this crucible in the comments. What adversity will you shape today? Resilience is the light of the 5%, my friends, a radiant glow that pierces the storm. Each effort a path, each step a summit. It's not talent, it's choice, illuminating your destiny. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice fueled my resilience. I achieved my goal." His clarity was his path, his destiny, his summit. I challenge you to shine this light. Right? My resilience is challenge, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your effort, and journal, my light shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my resilience is my destiny. Share this light in the comments. What resilience will you shine today? Adaptation is the strength of the 5%, my friends, a radiant force that reshapes your paths, each challenge a lesson, each pivot a summit. It's not surrender, it's growth, forging your destiny. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice taught me adaptation. I built my future." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to harness this strength. Right? My adaptation is challenge, and it climbs action. For 7 days, adapt one approach daily, and journal. My adaptation shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my adaptation is my triumph. Share the strength in the comments. What adaptation will you harness today? Perseverance is the path of the 5%, my friends, a radiant trail where each step is a summit, each effort a peak, climbing through storms to eternity. It's not luck, it's resolve, shaping your destiny. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice fueled my perseverance. I transformed my life." His clarity was his path, his destiny, his summit. I challenge you to walk this path. Right? My perseverance is challenge, and it climbs action. For 7 days, persist daily, and journal. My perseverance shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my perseverance is my destiny. Share this path in the comments. What perseverance will you walk today? Now, my friends, face a gentle but urgent truth. The cost of inaction is a life half lived, a path untraveled, a summit unclimbed. If you do nothing, your dreams will fade, your potential will wane, your days will blur into years of regret. Most people aren't defeated by the world, they're defeated by their own inaction. In the 1970s, a writer wrote, "Earl, I waited for the perfect moment. Your words pushed me to act, and my book is a bestseller." In the 1980s, a nurse wrote, "Earl, I postponed my dreams. Your advice made me act, and I saved lives." In the 2000s, an engineer wrote, "Earl, I delayed my project. Your words built my bridge." In the 2020s, an activist wrote, "Earl, I hesitated. Your advice fueled my movement." The 95% wait for certainty. The 5% climb today. I challenge you to create an action path. Right? My inaction is habit, and I replace it with action. For 7 days, take one step and journal. My actions build my destiny. Craft a courage summit. Right? My summit is action, and it shines dream. For 7 days, affirm its height, and note, my summit glows eternal. Build a destiny peak. Right? My peak is dream, and it radiates action. For 7 days, affirm its majesty, and note, my peak shines infinite. Forge a purpose trail. Right? My trail is dream, and it ascends action. For 7 days, affirm its course, and note, my trail is eternal. Share your path in the comments. What action will you take today? Hesitation casts shadows, my friends, dimming the paths of your dreams. Each pause a veil, each doubt a cloud. It's not caution, it's fear of the climb. In the 1970s, a listener wrote, "Your voice cleared my shadows. I acted on my dream." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to clear these shadows. Right? My hesitation is habit, and I act with action. For 7 days, act daily, and journal. My action shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my action is my triumph. Share this action in the comments. What shadow will you clear today? Delay lays a burden, my friends, weighing the paths of your progress. Each postponement a stone, each excuse a chain. It's not time, it's loss of destiny. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lifted my burden. I built my future." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to lift this burden. Right? My delay is habit, and I act with action. For 7 days, act boldly, and journal. My action shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my action is my destiny. Share this lift in the comments. What burden will you lift today? Inaction risks the loss of dreams, my friends, dimming the paths of your potential. Each misstep a fade, each unlit vision a void. It's not failure, it's surrender. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice saved my dreams. I achieved my goal." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to save your dreams. Right? My dream is habit, and I act with action. For 7 days, pursue one dream daily, and journal. My dream shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my dream is my triumph. Share this dream in the comments. What dream will you save today? Regret is the weight of inaction. My friends, a burden that dims your paths. Each missed chance a shadow, each unlit dream a chain. It's not loss, it's choice. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lifted my regret. I transformed my life." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to lift this weight. Right? My regret is habit, and I release it with action. For 7 days, act boldly, and journal. My freedom shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my freedom is my destiny. Share this freedom in the comments. What regret will you lift today? My friends, you stand at the edge of an eternal mountain, your heart alive with possibility, your mind glowing with potential, your soul reaching for greatness. Behind you lies the path of the 95%, wandering, doubting, settling, their paths dimmed by fear, their summits smudged by inaction. Before you lies the path of the 5%, thinking with purpose, acting with courage, climbing with clarity, their paths blazing, their peaks eternal. The tragedy of life is not death. It's what we let die inside of us while we live. But your dreams are not dead. They're waiting, stirring, calling you to climb, to shine, to carve the mountain of your destiny. Let me share 20 stories. In the 2020s, an artist from Seattle wrote, "Earl, I felt stuck, my canvas is gathering dust. Your words taught me to think of my art daily. I now exhibit globally." Her thoughts were her paths, her triumph, her summit. In the 2000s, a scientist from Boston wrote, "Earl, I drifted in doubt. Your advice made me focus. My research saves lives." His clarity was his step, his destiny his peak. In the 1990s, a chef from New Orleans wrote, "Earl, I postponed my dreams. Your words push me to act. My restaurant thrives." Her purpose was her path, her impact her summit. In the 1980s, an entrepreneur from Denver wrote, "Earl, my thoughts were chaos. Your routine built my empire." His clarity was his step, his triumph his peak. In the 1970s, a teacher from Chicago wrote, "Earl, I let worry dim my dreams. Your advice gave me clarity. My students soar." Her vision was her path, her legacy her summit. In the 1960s, a parent from Miami wrote, "Earl, I surrender my dreams. Your words rebuilt my family." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her peak. In the 1950s, a musician from Nashville wrote, "Earl, your voice shaped my songs, my music lives." His clarity was his path, his legacy his summit. Consider Cesar Chavez, who thought of justice. His actions uplifted workers. Ada Lovelace thought of code. Her vision shaped computing. Maya Angelou thought of healing. Her poetry uplifted millions. Steve Jobs thought of innovation. His vision shaped Apple. Malala Yousafzai thought of education. Her focus empowered girls. Wangari Maathai thought of nature. Her trees transformed Kenya. These joined Disney. Winfrey, Musk, Edison, Rowling, Mandela, Douglas, Curie, Turing, Morrison, Tubman, Carson, Kahlo, Tesla, Biles, Hughes, Truth, Einstein, Lynn, Baldwin, Williams, Parks, Da Vinci, King, Marquez, Goodall. These thinkers didn't wander. They carved their paths, their minds mountaineers shaping eternity. Plato wrote, "We are twice armed if we fight with faith." Your thoughts are where your dreams begin, where your destiny takes form. Start tonight, my friends. Find a quiet space, your sanctuary of clarity, your forge of purpose, your canvas of dreams. Light a candle, grab a journal, and begin. Write your dream, visualize it, affirm it, read wisdom, review goals, practice gratitude, journal insights, exercise, seek mentorship, speak truth. Speak 25 affirmations for 15 minutes. I am the mountaineer of my destiny. My thoughts shape my future. I choose clarity over chaos. My dreams are my reality. I am the 5%. My purpose is my strength. My actions build my eternity. My mind is my mountain. I am resilience. My focus is my summit. My dreams shine eternal. My thoughts are my triumph. My destiny is my canvas. My legacy is my infinity. My paths burn forever. My clarity is my power. My courage is my peak. My vision is my ridge. My commitment is my trail. My perseverance is my climb. My truth is my light. My abundance is my fire. My adaptation is my strength. My contribution is my legacy. My eternity is my mountain. Take one action. Write a goal. Visualize success. Exercise. And affirm. This moment is my turning point. For 150 days, follow this routine with these milestones. Days 1 to 30. Build the routine. Journal. Affirm. Visualize. Disconnect. Journal. My path is forming. Milestone. Sharper focus. Bolder actions. Days 31 to 60. Deepen clarity. Add gratitude. Review goals daily. Note. My summit is burning. Milestone. Control distractions. Visible progress. Days 61 to 90. Master purpose. Add exercise. Inspire others. Right. My peak is eternal. Milestone. Transform your life. Climb your destiny. Days 91 to 120. Strengthen resilience. Add mentorship. Share truth. Note. My trail is infinite. Milestone. Amplify impact. Forge legacy. Days 121 to 150. Perfect habits. Add contribution. Live eternity. Right. My mountain is forever. Milestone. Become the 5%. Shape eternity. Create an eternity path. Right. My routine is habits. My dream is goal. My legacy is impact. For 7 days, add one step nightly, and note, my path is my eternity. After 14 days, create a legacy summit. Images and words of your routine, noting, my summit is my clarity. After 30 days, create a destiny peak. Images and words of your progress, noting, my peak is my legacy. After 60 days, create an infinity trail. Images and words of your greatness, noting, my trail is my infinity. After 90 days, create a radiant ridge. Images and words of your eternity, noting, my ridge is my eternity. After 120 days, create an eternal canvas. Images and words of your mountain, noting, my canvas is my eternity. Your next chapter is still unwritten, but you hold the pen. If you want to change your life, change your thoughts. That's where dreams begin. That's how you join the 5%. Share your first path in the comments. My friends, what thought will you choose tonight? Your greatness is an eternal mountain, my friends, a radiant range where each thought is a path, each action a summit, carving your destiny with infinite light. Every deliberate choice strengthens this mountain. Each reflection deepens its height. Each step expands its majesty. In the 2020s, a listener wrote, your voice built my mountain. I transformed lives. Her clarity was her step, her destiny, her summit. I challenge you to build your mountain. Right? My greatness is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, visualize your dream as a mountain, and journal. my mountain glows eternal. After 14 days, inspire another's greatness, and note, my mountain uplifts humanity. Share this mountain in the comments. What greatness will you build today? Your legacy is a radiant path, my friends, a luminous trail where each thought is a step, each impact a summit, shining through eternity. Every purposeful action strengthens this path. Each choice deepens its light. Each dream enhances its course. In the 1980s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lit my legacy. I shaped my community." His clarity was his path, his destiny, his summit. I challenge you to light your legacy, right? My legacy is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your impact, and journal. My legacy shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my legacy is my eternity. Share this legacy in the comments. What legacy will you light today? Your eternity is an infinite peak, my friends, a radiant summit where each thought is a path, each dream a crest, rising through the mountain of your soul. Every purposeful dream strengthens this peak. Each reflection amplifies its height. Each action expands its majesty. In the 1990s, a listener wrote, "Your voice lifted my eternity. I built my future." Her clarity was her step, her destiny her summit. I challenge you to climb your eternity, right? My eternity is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your dream, and journal. My eternity shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my eternity is my triumph. Share this eternity in the comments. What eternity will you climb today? Your destiny is a timeless climb, my friends, a radiant ascent where each thought is a path, each action a summit, forging through valleys to eternity. Every deliberate choice fuels this climb. Each reflection deepens its course. Each step elevates its height. In the 2000s, a listener wrote, "Your voice fueled my climb. I transformed my life." His clarity was his path, his destiny his summit. I challenge you to embrace your climb. Right? My destiny is dream, and it climbs action. For 7 days, affirm your destiny, and journal. My climb shines eternal. After 14 days, note, my climb is my eternity. Share this climb in the comments. What destiny will you climb today?